do you want coffee?
Oh, please. Strong and black, plenty of sugar.
Are you OK? You look knackered.
Oh, I had another bad night last night. Tossed and turned for most of it.
Worrying about your Josh?
He's always on my mind.
What else?
It's just dead hard having to leave him. Not being able to set up a proper home for him. And, well, if he stays where he is much longer, he's going to forget who I am.
Of course he won't.
I really miss him, Mike. I miss putting him to bed every night and his little arms around my neck. I even miss all his noise and his cheekiness.
Oh, come on now, Bev.
I know he's all right. I mean, he's safe. It's just... Oh, I need him, Mike. He's just a little boy. He's my baby. I just want to get back on my feet and get my baby back.
All right, love.
No, I'm not. I want to wait with you.
Why, what's up?
Well, I had a little chat with Bev last night about your relationship.
Oh, yeah. What relationship would that be, Jack?
You know, the one you started up again when you slept with her the other week.
Yeah, well, that was a mistake, that. It only happened the once, I swear.
Dad, are you soft or what? Once is all Bev needs to get her claws into you again.
Yeah, well, we can't talk about it out here, can we?
All right, then let's go up to your flat.
No. Anthony will be in any minute.
Dad, you've got to get this sorted out.
And we will, all right, but not now. I've got a business appointment. I'll ring you later.
Dad!
You gonna keep this up all day, or what?
What, do you want free cheese for knackering things for our Gemma and the mate? Same as you did for me and Andrea?
I already said I'm sorry, son. I don't know what else you want me to say.
Well, you could try not keeping your brains between your legs for a change, or acting your age, instead of carrying on like some sad, overgrown teenager who's just discovered sex for the first time. Do you remember that little talk you gave me?
It wasn't about sex. Me and Joe get on dead well together. I just wanted a bit of fun, that's all.
Oh, like how Gemma was having last night when I found her in the room, crying her eyes out.
I know. But it's over now, finished. I'll make it up to her, I promise.
Yeah, well, you better. She was upset enough before this happened.
I know.
All this stuff with the party and Nicky Shadwick. And how Sinbad going missing. She's dead worried in case something bad's happened to him.
Hey, we'd have heard by now if it was bad news, son.
Yeah, but Rachel said he left Bristol over a week ago. How come he hasn't rung or anything?
I don't know. Look, I'll get things going in here and then I'll nip back and do some ringing round. If I haven't heard anything by dinner time, then best get on to the busies, eh?
Wonder where you got to.
Yeah, I just wanted to get this lot sorted for the Sevy, you know.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Thanks. I just need a bit of time, you know, to get my head sorted before I take the assembly. Make sure I know where I'm going with it.
I know how you felt about Susan. You'll find the right words when the time comes.
Hope so. Don't want to end up letting her down again.
You haven't let anyone down.
By giving her a bowl of soup and letting her go off with 50 quid in her pocket. Karen, I might as well have stuck the needle in her arm myself.
You did what you thought was best, Jimmy. And at the end of the day, that's all any of us can hope to do.
And you reckon that's enough, do you?
I know it is. And so do you.
All I know, Karen, is that Susan came to me for help. And now she's lying on some slab in a morgue. You know, if that's the best I can do for a kid with problems, then maybe I'm in the wrong job after all.
What are you doing here? I swapped my day off with Sandra. What's your excuse?
Well, I had double PE and I've got a really bad stomachache.
What are you doing with them, then?
Well, I didn't have time for breakfast this morning. And I felt dead faint in there. You're always saying I can't work on an empty stomach. So I thought these would be better than nothing. They're not going to be sick, though.
Right. You better dose you up with the kaolin and morphine, then.
I feel a bit better now I'm sitting down.
Oh, good, love. Then I'll make you a nice hot drink and you can get back to school after dinner.
But you can't sack me. I mean, I haven't even started the job yet.
Look, I know you must be dead disappointed, but we've had all kinds of problems with this project from the word go.
Oh, aye. And what kind of problems are they?
Well, delays and that with the building work.
Yeah, but you're still going to need pool attendants once the place does open, aren't you?
Well, yeah.
But all of a sudden, I'm not suitable.
Look, it's out of my hands.
It's because of this business with Nicky Shadwick, isn't it?
It's not just my decision, you know. I have discussed it with my colleagues and...
Lindsay Phelan, you mean? Well, she's wanted rid of me from the word go.
Look, I'm sorry, but there really is nothing I can do.
Yeah, me too. And thanks for giving me the benefit of the doubt.
Happy New Year, Mick.
When did you get back?
About 10 minutes ago.
That kid, you're still in one piece. We're beginning to think you're all right, are you?
Well, I've had better starts to the new year, like.
Yeah, me too. I've been up the wall since Rachel got back from Mandy saying you'd done your disappearing act.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I should have rung or something.
Too right, you should have. I've never been off the phone all week trying to find you. Where have you been to all this time?
I got my head down at Terry's.
Terry Sullivan? What was you doing there?
Well, I needed a shoulder to cry on, and I thought he'd understand.
Oh, and I wouldn't, like.
Well, not this time, mate. Well, not all of it, anyway.
So you're gonna put me out my misery, or what?
Well, I better get yourself a cup of tea and bring the Yankees in. It's a long story, and there aren't many laughs.
That's all I ever wanted, you know, to play Happy Families. Thought I got my dream when me and Josh moved into Casa Beveron with your dad. The three of us were really happy there. Till that cook-killed cow came and stuck her nose in and spoiled everything.
Well, the cracks were beginning to show long before my dad hooked up with Jackie.
But we could have sorted things out if she'd have let us. I really loved your dad, Mike. I still do. It was bad enough losing him in Casa Beveron, but I'm nothing if I lose my son and all.
Oh, come on, Bev. You'll get him back once you get yourself sorted.
I keep trying, but I just end up in a worse mess than when I started. I mean, the way things are going, I'm never going to get Josh back.
Of course you will. Look, there's no way the Dixons are going to leave one of our own in some foster home.
Do you really mean that, Mike?
Every word. Once we get you back on your feet, the social services will have to give you Josh back.
But what happens then?
How do you mean?
Well, I can't go back to being in a grotty flat by myself. That's where it all went wrong last time. I need a dad for Josh. I need my Ron back again.
I'm not blaming Mandy for me getting off like that. It must have been hard for her and all, me and this Brian while she's moved in with living under the same roof. But I ended up feeling like some murky bit of a past that she'd rather forget about.
At least you got to spend a bit of time with your Ruthie.
She'd forgotten who I was when I first got down there. She came round in the end, like, but things were dead awkward between us. Mandy tried her best. Kept having to remind her to call me Daddy. Couldn't handle it, Mick. My own little girl treating me like a stranger. Having to be told who I was.
I'm really sorry, mate.
Don't think she needs me anymore.
What? You're still her father, Sin. Just get yourself down to Bristol more often. Make a real effort to get to know her again.
I think it'd just confuse her even more.
No, she's well settled in a posh new house with Mummy and Daddy Brian.
Breaks me heart to say it, but I reckon she'd be better off without me.
Nah, you feel like that now. You wait till you start missing her in a week or two. You know, you should have come back here and had a proper family Christmas with me and the kids instead of getting off to Terry's like that.
I couldn't, Mick.
Why not?
Because it's your home. Leo and Gemma are your kids. And I know you've made me feel dead welcome and that, but I can't spend the rest of my days living on the edge of someone else's life.
Come on, don't be soft. We don't make you feel like that.
No, but I do. My life's going nowhere, Mick. I've got nothing, and I'm never gonna have the way things are going.
Things aren't that bad, Sin.
No. This time last year, I thought I was well settled. Little daughter, good little business, my own home, Carmel. And one stupid mistake and my life's in bits again. All I've got left now is the house. I've even got to rent that out to make ends meet. All I need now is the Musgroves to wreck the place, and I'll have a full set.
Look, Sin, your new lodgers, they've had a few problems of their own while you've been away.
Well, what's happened?
Young Nicky Shadwick, she was drug raped a few days before Christmas.
Oh, God, no. Have they got someone for it?
No, not yet. But it looks like the busies are closing in on him. The word is they think it's one of the Musgrove lads.
Oh, brilliant. It'll be me prize off that radio quiz, won't you remember? just before Christmas.
Yeah, be careful when you love. I just cleaned up in here.
What's all this? Oh, has the compo queen been at it again, has she?
Yeah, it's an exercise bike I've been telling you about.
Oh, sound. I could do a bit of work on my old thighs. Especially now I'm going to have a bit of extra time on my hands.
Keep your hands off you, it's mine.
Why aren't you at school?
Yeah, she's going after lunch. Could you write her a quick note, love, just saying she was ill this morning? Just haven't had a chance. Well, I reckon you ought to sell this thing, love. Get yourself a proper bike.
No way, I'm so dead on a push bike.
Yeah, but you could use it for school, love. I just don't like you having to walk there and back on your own after what happened to Nicky Shadwick.
She'll be fine, Ma. She's not stupid. Besides, who'd be desperate enough to bother with R. Kelly?
I'll get it.
Your sister's only 15, love. I'd never forgive myself if that animal messed her around and all.
Don't worry, Ma. That sickle will be long gone by now.
It's the busies. What on earth do they want?
Do you reckon they want to wait with our Luke?
Hiya, love. Hiya.
I don't suppose you've seen your dad knocking around anywhere?
Not since last night, no.
Only he went to the bank ages ago. I thought he'd be back by now.
Well, you know what it's like with Fred. He probably got held up.
Well, if you see him first, will you tell him I need a word?
Yeah.
And say it won't wait. That should get him moving.
You all right? Sorry.
Don't touch me.
Michael.
Right, Pops, we need a word.
What about?
You and your flaming relationships.
I'm not you and all. I've just had an ear bashing off our Jacqueline.
Yeah, well, now it's my turn.
Right, well, can I just have a cup of coffee and a bit of peace first?
Coffee, yes, peace, no. I want you up in my flat sharpish.
What did Bev say?
She's not. I've given her 20 quid courtesy of yours truly, and I've packed it into town for a bit.
The lovely Beverly, I take it. Dad, I thought you were going to sort this out.
He is. We're going to have a family powwow now, the three of us, and no arguments.
Let me go! I've done nothing! Ma'am!
It's all right, love, I'm here!
Help me, Ma! Nicky, for God's sake! Tell them it wasn't me!
Please, love, you've got to help him!
Tell them I never touched you!
Get him away from me.
Don't worry, love, he can't touch you now.
I'll be fine now. And thanks for the tea and that.
Sure you're gonna be all right on your own?
Yeah, the last place I want to be is in there. Yeah.
Said I, love.
What's up with the pair of yous? I mean, can't you see what she's trying to do?
Yeah, she wants to sort herself out and get Josh back off the social services.
Exactly.
Oh, get real, will ya? She wants me dad as part of the deal and all, plus every penny that he's got. That's why she made sure he slept with her.
Oh, Dad, when did all this happen?
It was just before Christmas.
And he's been stringing Auntie along ever since.
Yeah, but it was only the once. Honestly, I swear. And you know what Bev's like? Once she started, I never stood a chance.
Yeah, you and me both.
Dad, why don't you just get rid of her before she causes you real problems?
Jacqueline, I can't. What about little Josh?
Josh is not your kid.
But we can't just leave him stuck in some foster home.
Yeah, well, he's only there because Bev was unfit to look after him. Michael, she was under that psychiatrist because she wrecked her flat. It could be yours next.
No, she's out. I want her out of here, Dad.
Oh, come on, Michael. You can't just chuck it out.
You just watch me.
But you don't understand, son.
I'm not having some psycho sharing my flat.
If we push her too hard, she'll do something stupid like she did last time.
What happened last time?
Nothing, forget it.
No way, what happened? Well, come on, Dad.
Dad, please.
She set fire to the house. Bev was the one who torched Casa Bevron.
Did you ring your dad?
Yeah, he's on his way home. And I rang work and told him you weren't well.
understand why you've covered up for it all this time. I mean, that was our home she set fire to.
With all of us lot in it. We could have burned alive for all she cared.
She wasn't thinking straight, was she? She got herself in the right mess over me dumping her for Jackie Corkill.
Well, that's no excuse for attempted multiple murder. She should have been locked up for pulling a stunt like that.
Dad, you have definitely got to get rid of her now. I mean, she could try anything if she doesn't get what she wants again.
OK, I will. But just let me sort things out over there, Josh.
Oh, I don't believe this.
Dad, are you soft or what?
The woman needs help. And no matter what she's done to any of us lot, she loves that kiddie. And so do I. I can't just wipe out 2 years of being his dad. And I can't let Josh go on being punished for the mess that we made of things. He needs his mum. And if that means me spending time getting Bev back on her feet again, then... well, that's just what I'm going to have to do.
What about Anthea? Do you want to marry her or not?
Yes. And I didn't realise just how much until all this blew up in my face, but... I can't abandon her, Josh.
Then tell her the truth about Bev. That she's only here because of Josh. If she really loves your dad, she'll understand.
Not if she knows we slept together.
Well, she's not going to find out from any of us.
But, Dad, you've got to let Anthea know that there's nothing between you and Bev. Or you really are going to lose her for good.
Yeah, she's all right now. She's just shocked, you know. Yeah, I'll tell her that, Margie. No props. Bye. She's on her way. Be about 10 minutes. I'll go and tell Nicky.
What sort of a lowlife can do that to a young girl, eh?
Some sad sicko who can't get a woman any other way.
Thought I had problems. She's gonna suffer for what he's done for the rest of her life.
What sort of world do we live in when you're too scared to let your kids out of your sight? But what can we do about it, though?
Well, I think there's something I can do about it. Well, my little bit, at least.
How do you mean?
I could turf the muzzos out.
I saw you from the flat.
Yeah. I was going to come up. There's something I need to tell you.
Well, I'm here now. You might as well get it over with.
I've sat and racked my brains trying to think what I might tell you about this dead 14-year-old girl with a craving for smack. I thought that maybe I should stand up here and tell you how proud we should be of her, or how much we're going to miss her. But I'm not going to say any of those things, because Susan Clark deserved more honesty from me, from all of us, than that. See, the truth is, Susan was a lonely, confused kid who never really fitted in. She was the sort of kid who needed help from us. The sort of kid who needed a lot more from us than we could give. Did our help and understanding. And we let her down. That's the real sadness Susan's left us with. And that'll always be our shame. This book was for Susan. Only I never got the chance to give it to her. Susan didn't need words. She didn't need people speaking at her. She needed people to look at her, to see what was happening, to listen to what she was saying. Only we didn't, did we? Yeah, well, perhaps we'll all pay a bit more attention in the future.
Everyone said it was a mistake from the word go. Me taking up with a girl young enough to be my daughter. Should have listened to him, I suppose. No fool like an old fool, eh?
There's nothing foolish about falling in love.
But I want you to understand one thing, Anthea. Bev and I were all washed up a long time ago. The only reason she's around now is because of Josh. He's the innocent victim in all of this. I just can't leave him stuck in that foster home.
Of course you mustn't. Poor little Sel's suffered enough.
So I don't know what to say, love, except... sorry. I really thought we had a future together this time.
The offer still stands, you know. All you have to do is say yes.
What, you mean you still want to marry me after...
I love you, Ron. I've always loved you. It's about time we forgot the past and concentrated on the future. Our future. So, what's it to be?
Well, yeah. Of course, yeah. Do you want to know something?
What?
I don't deserve you.
Is this a private party or can anyone join in?
Actually, we were just having a little celebration.
Oh, aye. Found the key to your chastity belt, have yous?
You go up, love. I'll be with you in a minute.
I take it she knows about our cosy little afternoon together the other week, then?
No, she doesn't. And she's not going to either. Because you mentioned one word to her about what happened between us, and I'm finished with you forever.
Oh, I love it when you're angry.
I mean it, Bev. If you want my help getting Josh back, keep that buttoned.
I don't need you to come with me. I can do it myself.
Hey, it happened in my house. I want to be here.
Yeah, well, they're history, mate. I don't need this kind of hassle. I need to talk to your mum.
What is it, love?
I'm sorry, Niamh, love. I'm going to have to give you a week's notice on the house.
The house? I don't understand.
He wants you out of here.
We haven't done anything.
I don't want to argue about it. I want you lot out of here by the end of next week, understood?
But you can't just chuck us out.
Just watch me. Next week, I'll shift you myself.
God, Kelly. What's happening to us?
Life is better than a dream for Chandler when he's locked in a room with a lingerie model. Friends, next on 4.
Okay, can you turn to your left? Can you turn to your left?
Just sort of seized up when I saw him. I couldn't move or not. And he was banging on the windows of the car. Oh, God. And even though they've locked that Luke Musgrove up, I still don't know if he's the guilty one or not. For all I know, the one who did it could still be walking round out there, watching me, waiting to get at me anytime he feels like it.
No, we won't, love. Because there's no way me and your dad ever gonna let anything like this happen to you again.
Look, I know the both of you are only trying to help, but I can't handle this anymore. I
hiding away in my room all the time, looking over my shoulder every time I step foot out the house. Wondering if every fella that I see is the one who's raped me.
Come on now, Nicky. The police must be sure they've got the right man. Otherwise they wouldn't stick their necks out like that.
But I'm never going to be sure, am I? I'm never going to know. Oh, Mum, I just wanted to stop. I want to go back. I want to start that night all over again so I can make it not happen this time.
I know you do, sweetheart. And I'd give anything to make you stop hurting like this. Look, I want this animal locked up just as much as you do. But you've got to remember, it isn't just down to you identifying him. The police will have all kinds on him now. Well, he must have. Otherwise, they wouldn't have arrested him in the first place.
They said what's happening yet?
No, not a word. I just wish our Ryan was here.
He's on his way over with the solicitor fella from the parade.
He'll get Luke out of here, won't he, Joey?
Don't worry, love. He'll sort it for us.
Thank God you're here, love.
That Cuddington fella wasn't keen on seeing me till that Katie Rogers talked him round. I tell you, our Luke must have a gift with the women the way she was going on about him. Don't worry, Mum. From what I've heard of him, that Cuddington fella really knows his stuff.
So where do you reckon Peter's got to? Oh, search me. Tracy reckons he went the cash and carry over 3 hours ago.
Oh, well, he's bound to be back here before we have to give the keys to the estate agent.
Only better that be. He knows how much I've been looking forward to this.
I'm dying to have an nosy in age. Dad reckons it's a little palace, you know.
Well, if it isn't, it soon will be.
Well, come on then. I'm not carrying you over the threshold if that's what you're waiting for.
Oh, my God.
Hey, do you think Miss Havisham's sat upstairs waiting for us or what?
Well, if she is, I hope she's done a better job of cleaning the bedrooms than she has done down here. Oh, wants a bit of an airing by the smell of it.
I want this lot moving for a starter.
Oh, I don't know, lovey. There's some decent stuff in here. We should have a proper source out, you know, before you start binning things, especially as it's all in the asking price.
No way, Mum. I want me and Peter starting out without any reminders of what went on here before. Incest, affairs, suspicious deaths.
Oh, just another day in paradise, eh? Mind you, there weren't much of an advert for wedded bliss, were they?
Exactly. Now, this is going to be a happy home for the three of us, which is why I want this lot out of here before we move in. Ooh. Especially this. Don't want Peter getting any ideas.
What? Oh, perhaps I'll have it then. Might book your father up.
Hey, you.
Oh,
I don't know. I just wish someone would have warned me you were going to arrest him. Yeah, I just needed to get out the house for a bit. I'm all right now, thanks. No, you don't have to. My mum's with me now. All right, I'll give you the ring if I need anything. Bye, and thanks. Is that Diane from Family Support? They told her I was there when they arrested him. She was ringing to make sure I was all right. It's a pity she didn't do that before her mates came barging in with the size 12s. She tried, but she couldn't get hold of me. She should have come over here with those other two busies. She should have seen for herself what that Musgrove animal was up to. Come on, Mum, it's not her fault. I know, love. I know exactly whose fault all this is. I hope that pervert's family's going through the same sorts of agony he's pushed us into. I hope they're over there now. Suffering, really suffering for what he's done to my daughter. I mean, what kind of mother produces a son like that, eh? You know, the sort of animal that thinks he can take what he wants, when he wants, without thinking about the pain he's causing us. She has no idea what he's done to you or us. Where are you going? I'm going to see her. I am going to make her understand what we're going through over here. No, you can't, Mum, please. Nicky, she needs to know. No, what, Mum? This is about me, not her. What I want
to you? Yes, I did. I was there. I know what happened.
What do you mean? What do you mean you know what happened?
I mean, I was raped, and it was my fault.
Don't you say that!
But it's true! I asked for everything I got that night. No. And it doesn't matter what you, me dad, or anyone else thinks. Because I'm the only one who knows how that feels. I'm the one who's got to find a way of living with that.
Come on, Mum, there's no point in hanging around here.
What about Luke?
I reckon we'd be better off waiting at home. The solicitor will let us know if there's any news.
Hey, it looks really different this side of the fence. Can't believe how big it is.
No, you won't know yourselves, will you? The three of you rattling round in here.
And it'll be great having you next door.
Hey,
behave yourself, will ya?
Hey, your father keeps saying it's the national year of reading, doesn't he?
Oh, Mum, we could get a nice little gate there, save having to cart Kylie down the front. That's if you've still got time for your granddaughter.
What's she?
Hey, we can get some nice little tubs for in the summer. Oh, just see me in peace relaxing over a nice meal.
Hang on a minute.
What?
Well, there it is. Green patio table with 4 chairs.
So where are they then?
In the garage.
Oh, we'd have seen them if they were in there.
Well, I wouldn't worry, love. I mean, they weren't up to much from what I can remember. Anyway, you're getting this place so cheap, aren't you? Don't worry about classy chairs.
But that's not the point, though, Mum.
All right, ask the estate agent when you take the key back. Maybe she knows what's happened to them.
Yeah, I will. Right. I'm going to go and have a good look round upstairs.
Oh, yeah, so am I.
Oh, hoping to find some more mucky books, are you? Hey. You're right.
I can't eat anymore.
Are you sure? You haven't eaten anything for days now.
Okay.
What you said before about all this being your fault. Is that how you really feel?
Yeah.
But why? I don't understand. You never even did anything.
I fancied him rotten.
You saying you encouraged him in some way?
It's like what people say, isn't it? I paraded myself in front of him and every other fella around here whenever I went out. I wanted them to look at me.
Yeah, to look. That's all, love, surely.
To look, touch. I don't know. I just know I liked the way it made me feel. Sort of special. Powerful. And I knew all I had to do was that, and they'd come running. It was just a game, Mum. Bit of a laugh.
Yeah, and you stick to the rules. And you know that, and so does he.
Yeah, but I broke them. Me. I was the one playing dirty.
That is not true.
I've had 2 weeks to think about it, Mum.
I don't care.
I was the one going out, half-dressed, getting drunk all the time, dancing on tables, showing myself up.
That is no excuse for what he did to you.
And I know what everyone thinks of me. Even me dad and our Jason warned me. I should have listened to them. Cool did it be?
Nicky, he raped you.
Because I asked for it.
No.
Then why me, Mum? Why not one of them other girls at the party?
I don't know.
He could have gone for any one of them, but he didn't. He chose me. So it must have been my fault. I must be the one to blame for what happened.
OK, Luke, I want you to tell me again what happened between you and this Nicky Shadwick on the night of the party.
I've told you everything I can remember.
Including the fact that you made it past her, right?
Well, me and half a dozen other fellas she was playing up to.
But the two of you did exchange a kiss.
Well, yeah.
And did anyone at the party see you together?
Oh, they must have done, I suppose.
But you say you weren't alone with her in that room at any time during the evening.
I told the coppers all this the last time they had me in here.
So it's all down to this button they've found.
They reckon it's off the shirt I was wearing that night, and well, they found her in the room she was raped.
And did you hand the shirt over to them?
They already had it.
So who gave it to them?
I don't know.
But definitely your shirt.
It's my shirt.
Well, what about the button?
It matches.
Well, Luke, this isn't the best news we could have had.
So what are you going to do?
I think I'd better go and have another chat with our friend D.S. Rose.
She's on a patch on us. Bit naff, aren't they?
Well, look, they don't even shut properly.
Well, might as well add new bedroom furniture to the list then.
You're splashing out a bit, aren't you? I thought you said you wanted that kitchen ripped out before you moved in.
Well, we might as well get this room done while we're at it. Get all the mess over with in one go.
Oh, hey! Some of Eleanor's stuff in here.
Could be Ollie's for all we know.
Nothing would surprise me, that, not you.
Maybe that's why she left him.
Oh, hey, what you reckon? Think your dad will like me in this?
Hey, behave yourself, Mum. You're getting too many ideas from this. Might as well get new carpet while we're at it as well.
Well, shouldn't you ask Peter for his opinion? It's going to be his home too, you know.
Well, he should be here like we arranged then.
Well, he's probably been held up at the cash and carry, hasn't he? I mean, the poor lad, he's got loads to do, hasn't he? He's trying to run the salon, sort out his new business.
Our business. And anyway, I'm the one who's been doing all the running around trying to get things moving here. So if I can find time to take interest in our new home, then so should he.
No woman deserves what he did to you. Nick, a girl I worked with was raped a few years ago. Julie Todd. Just a lovely girl. Life and soul of the party. No, she really did know us to have a good time. We were on this hen party one Friday night, some club or other in town. She gets chatting to this fella at the bar. Good-looking bloke, apparently. Smart, friendly. Starts flashing his money around, buying her drinks and that. Well, by the time they show us the last orders, poor Julie was like 3 sheets to the wind. She never made it home that night. Because this nice, good-looking fella took her out into the middle of a field somewhere. Middle of nowhere. Beat her, black and blue. Raped her. And beat her again. Oh, God. Julie didn't ask for that love. And she most certainly did not deserve what he did to her. Any more than you did. Mum, I know she didn't. And I know it must have been terrible for her, but at least she knew that man. She'd seen his face. He was real. But I've just got these pictures in my head and they're all mixed up and blurred. What I can't see, I imagine, it just makes it even worse. I've got no sense of him at all. I can't see him. I can't hear him. Oh, God, love. I was completely out of it. And I've tried, and I've tried, and I can't see his face. I'm so frightened all the time. I'm just so ashamed and disgusted of myself. And the worst thing is, he could have done anything he wanted to me that night. All kinds. And I'm never gonna know.
Rose was given the shirt you were wearing that night by Rachel Jordache. Now, she works in Barbrookie, doesn't she? Mm. And according to her statement, she got the shirt from your brother Ryan the following day so she could have it cleaned for you.
Oh, she spilt red wine all over me at the party.
But that still doesn't explain how the missing button came to be found in the bedroom where the alleged offence took place.
Well, the only thing I can think of is it could have come off when Nicky made a grab for me.
What do you mean, made a grab for you?
Well, we were upstairs in the landing and the bedroom door was open a bit, so we moved...
So you were in the room with her?
Only for a few seconds. We were just messing around.
And did anyone see you messing around with her?
Probably, yeah. But she kind of stumbled and grabbed a hold of my shirt.
So the button could have come off then?
Well, it must have done. I can't think how else it could have got there.
And you're positive that was the only time you were alone in that bedroom with her?
I swear it was. And the door was open the whole time.
Well, Luke, if that's all that Rose has got in you, I think he's going to be struggling.
You mean he hasn't got enough evidence to keep me here?
It's all circumstantial as far as I can see. No way is he going to be able to press charges if this is all he's got on you.
I thought Peter would be back by now. You've still got a couple of hours, yes, haven't you, before the keys are due back with the estate agent?
Hey, that might be him now.
Oh, go on then, look. Tell him to get his skates on, eh, or he'll have me to deal with.
All right now, Mum.
I will be, love, as soon as Luke's back home with us.
You liked what you saw, didn't you, Luke? Pretty young girl like that. Quite a catch, I would have thought.
Suppose so, yeah.
And from what I've heard, she was giving out all kinds of signals the night of the party. Easy enough for some lad to, let's say, misinterpret what was going on. Get the wrong sort of message from the way Miss Shadwick was behaving. In fact, Luke, some people might even say a girl like that was asking for trouble.
I didn't do it. I swear, I never laid a finger on that girl.
I thought you said you'd kissed her earlier on in the evening.
But that's all it was. Just a kiss. Nothing else happened between us.
Mr. Musgrove has already told you about the events leading up to the alleged incident.
And since he's been so cooperative, I'm sure he won't mind telling me again. From the beginning.
But this was important too. I haven't got much choice, have I? OK then, Peter. Later.
Sounds like poor Peter's in the doghouse.
Too right he is. He's in Warrington looking at some fittings for the new salon.
Why Warrington?
Well, he reckons this fella from the cash and carry gave him one of them special discount cards.
Oh, maybe it was too good an opportunity to miss.
That's where he really is. I thought we had the fittings for the salon all sorted. Well, we were supposed to be opening New Year's Eve, remember?
Oh, come on, look, Peter wouldn't lie to you.
Well, he disappeared last week without letting on. He knew we were exchanging contracts today. He signed the contract too, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's just as keen to move in next door as you are.
Well, how come he's in Warrington then? It just doesn't add up. We'll soon see if he really is where he said.
Well, that's the Manchester number.
That's definitely not Warrington. I'm sorry, what did you say? It's the Regency Hotel. Could I speak to Mr. Peter Phelan, please?
What's he doing there?
That's what I'd like to know. I'm sorry, he's just rang me from there. Oh, OK, thanks, bye. What the hell's going on?
You fancied her something rotten, didn't you? Always watching her, looking out for her.
She's a good-looking girl.
And you wanted her. Pretty badly from what I've been told.
This isn't on, Rose.
Well, you've been told wrong then, haven't you?
Leading you on, was she? Flaunting herself? Teasing you?
I never touched her.
Acting like some cheap little tart? All over you, was she? Begging for it?
You're pushing it.
When you made a play for her, she knocked you back.
No!
Laughed in your face.
It wasn't like that.
I always thought my first time would be really, really special. Violins playing, moonlight and roses. All that silly romantic stuff you see in the films. He makes used to laugh at me. I reckoned it was soft for holding out for this magical Mr. Right to come along and sweep me off my feet. But I didn't give a toss what they thought. I'd made up my mind and nothing was going to change it. Maybe I should have listened to them, thrown myself at the first decent bloke who asked.
Don't you say that?
Well, at least it would have been my choice, my decision. I wasn't saving myself for this. Being drugged and mauled by some man I can't even put a face to.
Man? That thing over the road isn't a man. He's evil and wicked. Some kind of filthy lowlife who gets off on raping young girls.
Rape? He didn't even give me a chance to put up a fight. I just lay there drugged up to the eyeballs while he did whatever he wanted to me.
Don't!
I might as well have been one of them blow-up dolls them sickos use.
Nikki, stop it now.
Why?
Because I don't want to hear that sort of talk.
But it happened, Mum. It's real.
Oh, I know.
I can't change it just because you can't face up to hearing what happened. Look, I know it's difficult, but I need you, Mum. Because I've got to live with what he did to me, day after day, for the rest of my life.
What did you do, Luke?
Nothing.
Just one little pill in a drink, was it?
No.
You were going to get it that night, one way or another, weren't you, Luke?
It wasn't me.
Don't answer any more questions.
One little pill and she's all yours.
I never.
Luke. No noise, no fuss, yours for the taking.
No.
Luke.
And you took her, didn't you, Luke? You showed her the sort of man she was dealing with. She wasn't going to mess you around anymore, was she? Come on, Luke, tell me. You wanted to teach this teaser a lesson, didn't you?
For God's sake.
Be smart, there's a good lad. You tell me what happened.
Oh, hello, love. I was wondering if you've got a friend of mine staying there. I know she's in Manchester, you know, but I'm just not sure what hotel she's staying at. Yes, love, it's Miss Morgan. Miss Frankie Morgan. Oh, is she now? No, Tar, love. I'll ring her later, all right, Tar.
Wasn't Peter again, was it?
No, love, no, it was Val. You know, she just phoned for a chat.
I thought she was working today.
Yeah, she was on the mobile.
That wasn't Val, was it?
No, love, it wasn't, yeah. I phoned the hotel in Manchester, you know, the one Peter phoned from before.
Yeah, and?
And apparently there's a friend of Peter's staying there. Oh, I'm sorry, love. It looks like he's with that Frankie.
Frankie? What's he doing with her?
I don't know, love. But I bet they don't need that book from next door.
Adapt and survive. That's the key next on 4 for elderly classic aircraft, put to uses their designers never envisaged.
You feeling better?
Yes, thanks.
Well, what's wrong, love?
I just didn't sleep too good last night.
Right, I'll just go and sort Will out. I'm taking him to Auntie Val's after. You look lovely, Liz.
Seeing as it's your day off, I was wondering if you fancy taking a trip to that place in Warrington you went to yesterday. You know, have a look at the salon fittings you were interested in.
Oh, no, they were no good. Not as good as the ones we've already got. One of my mad ideas, you know.
It's just that I'm still interested in this new salon, remember, and I thought we might get some other mad ideas over there.
Well, I thought you were interviewing that new pedicurist today.
Oh, it's no big deal. I can rearrange it.
Yeah, right. Only the thing is, I've already fixed something up for today over in Manchester.
What sort of something?
Well, I wasn't going to tell you until I was sharp. I've been asked to take part in this hairdressing competition at the GMX.
Oh, I see.
Well, I wasn't sure at first, but this is like really high-profile stuff, Linz. Could be brilliant publicity for the new salon. And there's a trip to the States up for grabs and all.
So when did all this happen?
One of the organisers phoned the salon on Monday.
You've known about it since then. You never said a word.
Well, I wanted it to be a surprise. I know it's stupid.
Is that why Frankie was with you yesterday?
Yeah?
At the Regency Hotel?
Yeah, how did you...
1471.
I'm sorry I lied, Linz. But it's been ages since I did one of those big contests. just didn't know if I was up to scratch or not. And there was a few things I wanted to sort out with Frankie before I agreed to it.
Oh, so this Frankie friend of yours is running things?
Well, she's one of the organisers, yeah.
And it's her you're meeting this afternoon?
Along with the rest of the team. Well, why don't you come down with me, join us for lunch, and then afterwards you and me can do some shopping before we come home?
Oh, I feel a bit stupid now.
It's okay, it's my fault, I should have said. I was just a bit worried I'd get knocked back, you know, like with that wedding dress.
Well, I wore it in the end, didn't I?
Yeah. So are you going to join us for lunch then, or what?
Nah, I'd only have to get the train, and I suppose I'd better meet up with this foot woman.
You sure?
Yeah. You go and set us on the path to fame and fortune.
I miss so much of him. All those tiny wee bits and pieces of ordinariness that make us who we are. The way he sleeps, laughs, the way he holds a cup, the way he reads the last page of a book first. I wasn't there to watch him grow, form, you know, become him. And it hurts that I still don't know who he is. Not really, not deep down inside of him.
I know how you feel, Niamh. He's my son. I love him.
I never doubted that for a minute.
I didn't want him. Not when you first told me you were expecting. I just sort of panicked, I suppose, at the thought of me fathering a child. I was just a kid myself, Niamh. I had nothing to offer you or a baby. Oh, you know the state I was in back then. I was young. Stupid. I just wanted to be off with the band, making music, having a laugh with my mates. And like every other damn fool before me, I thought the drink had blotted out if I'd swallowed enough of the stuff. Just made things worse. You must have hated me for not standing by you and the baby.
I could never hate you, Joey.
I did love him, Niamh. Always have. That's why I could hardly bear to look at him when he was born. I should have been able to give the two of you everything you needed. Feed and clothe you both. Give you a proper home. And I couldn't. Couldn't take care of myself most of the time, let alone you and the boy.
It was a long time ago, love.
I know that. Don't ever think I didn't suffer for giving our son away. Because I did, Niamh. I'll go on suffering for it for the rest of my days.
Are you sure you've got everything?
You know me, Linz, always travel light.
Really want to do this competition, don't you?
You get a real buzz being up there, in the spotlight under pressure. Gets the old adrenaline running, you know.
Think you stand a chance of winning this one?
Well, I was ranked pretty high a couple of years ago when I won my last big one. Just hope I haven't lost my touch.
Well, Frank, you must think you're worth backing, or she wouldn't have come up from London, would she?
Well, I reckon that one's got enough confidence for the both of us.
She really rates you, doesn't she, Peter?
Well, me and Frankie go back a long way, I suppose. Well, look, there's my cab. Better shoot.
So I'll see you later then.
Yeah, shouldn't be too long. You sure you won't change your mind and come with me?
No, you go and do what you've got to do, and I'll do what I have to do.
See you sometime this heavy then, yeah?
Yeah. And good luck.
Thanks.
Where's he going?
3 guesses.
Have you seen this plastered across the paper for the whole of Liverpool to see?
Didn't take him long for that lot to get hold of it.
I'm never going to live it down once this lot gets out. My car will be marked down at that sorting office.
Yeah, well, they'll be eating their words when the busies let our Luke go.
If they let him go.
Whose side are you on, eh?
Me own lad, because I've got to live round here with that lot of flaming nosy parkers, pointing the finger at me every time we move out the house.
Yeah, well, you and the rest of them want to try remembering there's such a thing as innocent until proven guilty, especially where our Luke's concerned.
I'm saying no difference, am I? But mud sticks, lad, and you want to try remembering that and all.
Where are you going? Oh, what did you think?
Lindsay,
Mum, I need to find out where he is.
You know where he is. He's got to his hair show.
Oh, yeah, and yesterday he was in Warrington.
Love, I don't want you to get hit.
Well, it's too late for that. Manchester, please. Regency Hotel.
No, he's known nothing but love in his life. Remember that, Niamh. Our Rose, she mothered him as if he was her own.
It didn't stop it hurting, though. Every time I heard him call her Mummy.
Well, we would have lost him completely if she hadn't stepped in and offered to take him for us.
Oh, and you know I'll always be grateful to her for that, Joy. But when I handed my son over to your sister, I gave up the right to any say in his life, and I had no idea how hard that would be. Watching him grow from a distance, worrying about him all the time, holding back the words when I thought your Rose had made a wrong decision.
Makes you wonder if he'd have turned out different if we hadn't had to give him away like that.
How do you mean, different?
You know, Rose, not too hot on the old discipline now, was she?
Hasn't done him any harm, though, has it? He's a lovely lad, our Luke. Kind, thoughtful, you know, the same as the rest of our kids.
Hey, I know that. But he's a bit of a hothead, too, when he gets going. I mean, that temper of his is going to land him in trouble one day unless he learns when to put the brakes on.
It wasn't his temper that landed him in that cell, was it? But if I'm honest, I'm worried it might be the thing that keeps him there.
Hey, he's not stupid. He knows when to keep his mouth shut.
I hope to God you're right, Joey. I've lost my son once. I don't want to lose him again.
So you do get both.
Put it back on there. Hiya, excuse me, I've got an appointment with a Miss Frankie Morgan. Could you tell me what room she's in, please?
Our Luke wasn't the only bloke at that party.
He's the only one they've arrested, though.
Yeah, because Greg Shadwick's been dripping evil in the police's ears about him ever since that precious daughter of his cried rape.
Give over, lad. The busies aren't soft.
No, you reckon, eh?
Yeah, I do. The reason he's been arrested because he's the one who fits the bill.
Oh, trust you to stick the knife in. You've not had a good word to say about our Luke since he came over.
Yeah, I never will have. They'll have to flame and lay about like his father.
You reckon it was him, don't you?
I never said that.
You really think our Luke raped Nicky Shadwick?
It doesn't matter what I think, or you, or your mother, or anyone else in this flaming house.
It matters to me. So don't you dare start pointing the finger at my son. Because he is mine, Dad. Always has been and always will be. So you can spite off all you like about the sins of the father. But it was your sin, your cockeyed version of so-called respectability that sent Luke away from me in the first place.
Oh, hang on a minute, Maud. I'm not having none of that.
Oh, aren't you now? Because that's the truth as I remember it.
Then your memory's short and your temper. I wasn't the one who done a runner as soon as his son was part of the picture.
That's not true and you know it.
Oh, yeah? Well, whose lap did you land in when he had nowhere else to go?
For a few miserable weeks.
Yeah, well, he was flat on his back looking alive through the end of a bottle.
Oh, shut your mouth, Alec. You don't know what you're talking about.
I know that if you hadn't come staggering back into our life, I'd have had the whole business sorted and none of us would be arguing about this mess now.
this old hypocrite wants you to have an abortion.
Pete! Well, if there really is a fire.
Well, it couldn't be much hotter than it was in there, could it?
Looks like I was right, Peter. She really does rate you.
Honest to God, Joey, I swear I never seriously considered getting rid of him. I wouldn't. Not in a million years. I was confused, you know, frightened. It didn't help having him on at me all the time like I was some sort of Jezebel.
Someone had to try and talk a bit of sense into you.
Oh, you did that, all right. Which is why I came back to you in the flat.
So, how come you never kept our Luke if the two of you were back on together? We did what we thought was best.
For you, maybe.
For all of us.
Gave over girl. All he was interested in was the booze and having a good time. He didn't want tying down with a baby.
I was just a bit of a kid, for God's sake. I didn't even have a job. And at least the boy is still alive, not flushed down some toilet or incinerated in some oven.
Gave our Luke away because you didn't have a job.
No, not just that. Your mother and I were desperate. We were living hand to mouth as it was. Look, your Aunt Rose wanted the baby.
Yeah, and you didn't.
Look, it wasn't as simple as that. Keeping your brother would have finished me and your man for good.
I wish to God you'd have hung on to him then.
He'd have done anything to split me and your dad up. Didn't matter how I felt, did it?
All you were bothered about was losing your unpaid skivvy.
I didn't want me one and only daughter mixing with the likes of you because you're not going to waste the bloody space. Same with that son of yours.
Don't you dare say that about our Luke.
I'll say what I like about him because the truth is that lad been nothing but trouble since the day he was conceived.
Is that right, is it, Grandad?
Luke's son, thank God you're home.
Good to see you, boy.
They haven't charged you then?
No way, man. And they're not going to. Because no matter what anybody thinks around here, I never raped that Nicky Shadwick.
So what happens now then, love?
Well, just have to hope they get the fella who did it. Because I tell you, that Rose fella's really got it in for me.
I'll put the kettle on, eh?
Just you stop worrying yourself about all this, okay? And relax for a wee bit.
Then you can fill us in on what happened with the police.
Do you mind if I get myself a bath first? Don't think I can handle another grilling in yesterday's underpants and socks.
You sure you're all right, love?
Don't worry about me, Ma. I'll survive.
I thought I was gonna lose you again.
No chance. You don't get rid of me that easily.
Just take your stuff and go. I want you on my sight.
Lindsay, don't do this, please. I love you.
Don't you dare say that after you've been with her. How long has this been going on, eh? How many times have you come back to me after sleeping in that slag's bed?
Never. I swear this is the first time.
So you're a liar as well as a cheat. Just get out my sight, will you?
Lindsay, we can sort this. Like we did with you and Barry Grant.
Yeah, but we weren't married then. We hadn't stood in the church and made vows, sworn to be faithful to each other. I thought you meant it, Peter. I trusted you.
You still can. I swear I will never hurt you again.
No. It's too late. It's over.
Where's Dad?
Oh, he decided to make himself scarce.
He should never have said all of those things about you and our Luke.
I think I'd be used to it by now. He's never going to let me forget it, is he?
It was a long time ago, Joey. We were nothing more than a couple of frightened kids.
Oh, I sometimes wonder if Rose pushed a bit too hard for him, you know?
Hardly had time to think, you know, and he was gone.
Wish to God we'd never listened to her.
It's too late, Joey. It's over and done with. And besides, he's back with us now, isn't he?
Yeah. For how long?
For as long as he wants. This is his home with us now.
What if the cops managed to pin this rape on him?
Of course they won't. Our Luke had nothing to do with it.
They wouldn't have arrested him unless they were sure of their ground.
What on earth are you thinking about, Joey? Well, last week you were accusing our Ryan of being the rapist.
That's not what I'm saying. God help me, Eve. I don't know what I'm saying. I just wonder how well we know him after all those years he spent in Ireland with Rose.
I know him, Joey. And no way is he capable of drugging a young girl and raping her. You'd better get your head round that, Joey. Because we let him down once before, and I'm damned if we're going to do that to him again.
Can't we at least talk about this?
Talk? Oh, was that what you were doing in the hotel room with that Frankie one?
Please!
Look, Peter, you betrayed me. Me and Callie. Now, I'd have done anything for you because I thought we had something special together.
But we have. It's still there between us.
All that stuff last year with Gary getting the gun and scaring him off. It was like a terrible nightmare to me. I hated every minute of it. But I did it for Kylie. For you and me, so the three of us could have a decent future together. Now all this stuff with Frankie, I mean, what's all this about? Sex, kicks, what?
That is all over. Lindsay, we've got a future together.
Oh, in our dream home next door. I waited to get carried over that threshold yesterday. But you were too busy screwing her to even turn up.
I'm sorry.
You can keep your apologies, because I don't want anything from you. Just go, will you? There's nothing for you here.
What about the new business?
I'm going ahead with it. On me own.
Well, what about the money I put in?
Well, you should have thought about that before you took up with that Frankie one.
Well, I owe the bank for that.
Then sell your share of the salon.
I don't know if I want to.
This isn't about what you want anymore. This is about me making a life and a future for me and Kylie. On our own.
All right, I spoke out of turn, but can we leave it at that? So, who else of the busy's got it in the frame?
Outside of this house? There's Mike Dixon and that fella she goes to university with.
Harvey, I think he's called.
Yeah, a bit of a creep by all accounts.
What about those two lads over the road?
Leon Tim?
I knew the one who worked in the chip. He had a bit of a reputation before I moved in, eh?
Yeah, but our Matt says they were out the back with him all night.
Well, someone at that party did it.
What about that Nicky Shad? Because she likely to come up with something that could go against him.
Like what?
I don't know. Maybe she remembered seeing him.
Yeah, well, of course you did, Dad. He was there all night, same as the other lads.
This is getting us nowhere. The cops have nothing on Luke. They can't have.
Apart from that button on his shirt.
Yeah, well, it's going to take more than a button to make this stick.
How'd it go, love? Lens, what's happened? Peter, he's gone. What? I found him with that Frankie. He was at the hotel.
Oh, my God, love, no.
Never thought he'd do that to me. Not Peter. I thought he loved me.
So did I, love. So did I.
He's lied. And he's cheated and I'd never be able to trust him again, Mum. I loved him. I really loved him. And he's thrown it all back in my face. Well, if that's what love's about, I don't want to know.
Come on, love.
He'll be all right. As long as I've got Kylie and you and my dad, it'll be all right. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm never going to let another bloke get close to me again, ever.
In the Real Holiday Show next, experience the ultimate Playboy getaway. 8 Essex lads get set to flex their pecs in Mallorca. Tonight.
Hi, love. How you feeling?
I feel like I've had my whole world kicked to pieces around me.
You look tired.
I've been up all night.
I heard Kylie coming through.
Yeah, she got into bed with me about 2:30 this morning, wanting to know why Peter isn't going to be a new daddy anymore.
Poor love. There's nothing you can say to them to make them understand, is there? Not at that age.
No. I tried, and she said she understood in the end, and she gave me a big cuddle because she knew how upset I'd been.
Oh, love, you must be so disappointed.
You could say that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right, Mum. I am disappointed. I mean, this was my big chance for a proper future. Peter was always so trustworthy and loyal. So it seemed.
I know it's easy to say this with hindsight, but there was something not right about him at the wedding, you know. I mean, nothing I could be certain about, but there was something between him and Frankie. I mean, in their eyes, you know. What did I do about it, eh? Nothing.
Don't go blaming yourself, Mum. It was me who went off with someone else in the first place. You know, I was lying awake last night wondering if Peter had done all this on purpose. You know, the big wedding, the lot. Just so he could have the satisfaction of dumping me for Frankie.
What? Out of revenge, you mean?
That's what it looks like from where I'm standing.
Mrs. Collins, I get the picture. No, you did the right thing phoning in. You just carry on as best as you can till I get there, OK? And don't panic. See you soon.
Hang on, hang on. Aye, where's the fire?
Flood, Ron, not fire.
Flood?
You'll have to man the ops desk here, OK? While I go man the pumps at the British Legion.
Sounds like they need a plumber.
Plumber's already there. It's an extra pair of hands Mrs. Collins needs to mop up.
Oh, yeah. What about your tea?
Sorry, no time. If I don't go now, it'll be time to man the lifeboats round there by the sound of it.
Hi. Sorry to disturb you. I was wondering if we could talk for a wee minute.
Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah. You know, as you can imagine, it's a bit of a difficult time for us at the moment.
For everyone. Especially young Nicky Shadwick next door and Mick and his kids.
You do know the police have released our Luke without charge.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's made up.
They released him because they've got no proof.
And they also kept him longer than any other suspect, I heard. And they pulled him twice, haven't they?
Yeah, they still haven't charged him. If I thought my son was guilty of anything, I'd be the first to turn him in.
See you, babe. Don't trip over your lip, will you? So you finally got into uniform, eh?
Yeah, I threatened to dress myself in the end.
My mother used to struggle to get me to school most mornings.
Yeah, well, we've got a bit of a special case going on at the moment. I mean, normally she's fine. See you later.
Yeah, see you later, mate.
Bye.
So anyway, what was it you wanted?
Are you sure you want to know?
Try me.
Well, it's really pretty simple. I'm asking you if we can stay on in the house. And I know what you're thinking. That's the last thing you want, your house with us in it. With everyone pointing the finger at us, making out we're a bunch of dangerous animals. I know what people are saying about us.
Not exactly top of the good neighbours chart.
I don't care about anybody else. I just care about my own family. And if you don't let us stay in that house, I have no idea where we could go. We've nowhere else. It's either stay or... I really don't know. End up homeless in the middle of winter.
Yeah, well, I can appreciate that, but I've got my neighbours to think of.
But no one in my family's been found guilty of anything, have they? So why should we be punished?
I'm not trying to punish you. I just think it would be easier if you'd all got off, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, great. Well, wishful thinking might be all right for you, but I'm facing the reality. And that means me and my family shutting the door on that house and standing outside in whatever the weather with nowhere to go. Nowhere.
Look, I'm not some hard-faced landlord. I'm just a fella that tried to help you out.
Yeah, that's why I came to you. Because I thought you were a decent kind of bloke. Look, Sinbad, I didn't come over here wanting to have to beg to you, but I've got no alternative. Please, can we keep that roof over our heads for a wee while longer? Please.
Look, I'm gonna need some time to decide, you know? To think things over. I mean, Mick's been on about me moving back over there myself. I mean, if he wants me out, well, who knows, eh? But you'll be all right for tonight if that's what you're worried about.
Thanks very much, yeah. It's really cheered me up.
What's up?
I've come to say goodbye.
You what?
Your Mike said I couldn't stay in his flat anymore, so I had to pack my bags and go. He wouldn't even let me have any breakfast.
All right, now. Don't be upsetting yourself.
Oh, no, I've got to try and be brave.
That's more like it.
Well, now I've said goodbye, I'll go into town. See if I can find myself a shop doorway somewhere.
Come on, Bev. It can't be that bad, surely.
Well, what else am I going to do, eh? I mean, what am I going to do?
All right. Let's just get a brew on first, shall we? And we'll sort something out, don't worry.
Look, I'm sorry you've got to go into work. You sure you'll be okay?
Honest, I'll be fine. I've got some books to read for college.
What time's your appointment with the counsellor?
I've cancelled it.
Why?
I don't want to go. I don't want to keep talking about what's happened.
Yeah, I can understand that.
If I need a counsellor, I know where they are, but at the moment I just can't handle it. So please, Mum, don't get on my case.
No, I won't, love. I just hope you're making the right decision. Now, give us a ring if you need anything, and I mean it.
I will.
See you.
See ya.
How's that, Nicky?
Putting on a brave face.
What do you reckon she was leaving on her own today?
She's been on edge, isn't she?
I'm not surprised.
Well, I suppose if the police have let him go, there is a chance it wasn't him who did it.
Well, they haven't got enough proof yet.
You popped back a couple of times today?
Yeah, no bother. Our Jason will be all right on his own this morning. I'll stay down there and do a few jobs on the house.
I'll try and get back for lunch. See if I can work from home, Savvy.
Sound. Should be made up.
What are you looking at me like that for?
I wasn't. It's
It's just hard getting used to seeing you pushing a pram around.
It's my job.
I know, but it makes me think back to, you know.
You can't say the word abortion. I'm not going to fall apart on you. Just to make you think coming pushing our baby around.
Well, yeah, sort of.
Well, I'm not, thank goodness. Because when my set hours are finished, I can hand this little fella back and get on with my own life.
Yeah, of course. It's something that Nikki won't be able to do for a long time.
How's she getting on?
Oh, she was okay, till the busies let that Musgrove fella out. And now she's scared of her own shadow again.
I'm not surprised. Don't think I'd be coping as well as she is. What about you? How are you feeling?
Me? I haven't got any feelings. I just want the scum who did it sorted.
What, by the police, you mean?
By whatever.
Jason, just leave it to the law, OK? Your Nikki's got enough to worry about without you getting involved. All right?
Yeah.
I'll see you.
See you. And hey, if you get time for a coffee, Nikki could do with the company.
Yeah, sure. I'll see you later.
Let's get a move on, will you?
All right, I'm coming. Rush.
Nothing.
You feeling a bit better now?
Yeah, thanks. I can always rely on you to look after me when I'm down. Lift me spirits when I'm low.
Yeah, well, you've done the same thing for me a few times, haven't you?
Well, better think about making a move.
No, there's no rush. Finish your tea.
I have already.
Oh, right. Bev, you still haven't told me why our Michael wanted you to move out.
He wouldn't give me a reason. Just said it was time for me to go. And there I am, still here, still getting in the way.
No, you're not.
Stopping you from doing your work.
Work can wait. You've got nowhere to go, you've got nothing to live on. Can't just turn you out on the streets, can I?
So I can stay here, you mean?
Well, that wasn't exactly
Are
what
you sure you wouldn't mind?
Well...
I mean, it wouldn't be forever. You know, just till I got myself sorted, till I got Josh back. I'm never going to do that, am I, if I haven't got a proper address, a home?
Well, no, I suppose it is that.
I should have come to you in the first place. I should have known if anyone was going to stand by me, it'd be you. You're a special man, Lon. You took me in when I had nowhere to go. Give me a chance when there was nothing down for me.
Hey, come on now, don't be going all soppy on me. And anyway, I haven't agreed to let you stay yet.
Oh, Ron, it'd break little Josh's heart. Stuck in that foster home for years. Look, all I need is a place to stay, just for a few weeks. Just till I convince the social workers that I'm well set up. Please.
All right, all right.
Oh, that's brilliant. Hey, sure Anthea won't mind?
Well, why should she? I mean, I'm only doing my good Samaritan act, aren't I? No, we'll be all right. I'll talk to her.
All right. Hi. Excuse me, have you got a wee minute?
Well, possibly.
You don't look too keen.
Well, we may be neighbours, but yours and mine haven't exactly got off to a flying start as mates, have they? I mean, it's not that long ago that your lads were calling my husband all kinds of babies.
Yeah, they were doing that off their own back, though. And they took some stick off me for it.
Well, maybe you should have controlled them better in the first place.
You've got a grown-up daughter of your own, haven't you? Have you got some kind of magic control over her?
I take your point. So what did you want?
Sinbad's trying to get us to move out of his house. I was wondering if there was any chance you might be able to put a word in for us.
Me?
Yeah, I'm getting pretty desperate.
You must be, love.
I just thought you might because you're good friends with him.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've known Sinbad for years, but we're not exactly friends, are we? What makes you think I'll speak up for you? I hardly know you.
Because of your husband. Like you said, it's not that long since everyone was pointing the finger at him for something he didn't do. My son Luke's in that same position now. He's innocent. People are going to ruin his life for something he hasn't done. Like you said, I'm not prepared to stand by and let people run us out of town for no reason. That's all. Look, I'm sorry to have bothered you. I just thought you, of all people, might have understood.
Gemma, this is stupid. I hate pulling out of school at lunchtime.
Do you feel well?
No, so you say. You won't let me take you to the doctors, will you? Or take your temperature. You won't even show me your tongue. Oh, come on. What's really wrong?
Nothing.
Credit me with some intelligence, eh? I know you were upset last week. Finding me and Joe together. And you haven't been right since. Come on, what's going on?
Was doing really well in my new school till you messed it up. A really good mate and now they've all turned against me.
Oh, babe, I never meant for it to work out like this.
Yeah, well it has, and it's all your fault. They're all picking on me and they all hate me.
Hi, love.
You would have had the shops.
Yeah, that Neve Musgrove stopped me. She wants me to put a word in with Sinbad for
She's
her.
got a nerve. That look should be castrated for drugging Nicky Shadwick and raping her.
Even if he's innocent?
He's no innocent.
Well, he hasn't been charged with anything.
Well, I reckon he's guilty.
I don't know how you can say that. I mean, you don't know what went on the night Nicky was raped, do you? What are you going to do today?
Start putting my life back together, I suppose. At least I'll be in good company with Jackie and Susanna. 3 months without a fella.
I don't know how you can be so calm, love.
Oh, I'm getting an old hand at it now. Splitting up with fellas big style.
Listen, I can't believe Peter would have gone with Frankie out of revenge, you know. I mean, it's been going round in my head all morning. He's not like that, is he?
Too nice a guy, you mean?
Well, we would have thought so up until about a week ago, wouldn't we? I mean, now I'm not so sure, but...
You know, I reckon we just got carried away with the whole idea of getting over our difficulties. You know, determined to prove to each other and to everyone else that we'd end up married regardless. But if we'd have just thought about it or, well, gone to one of them government marriage classes, maybe we'd have drifted apart ages ago.
Well, I don't know anything about politicians telling us how to bring up our kids, love, but I don't know how you're being so strong about this. I really don't.
Well, I can't change the past, can I? All I can do is look to the future and, well, be determined that things are going to work out the way I want them to for a change.
I suppose you'll give up the idea of buying next door now, will you?
Why?
Well, if it's just you and Kylie.
Well, we've already exchanged contracts. And more important than anything, I've set my heart on it. And from now on, whatever Lindsay Corkill sets her heart on, Lindsay Corkill gets.
So how long will little Harry be asleep for now?
Till Susanna gets home, hopefully.
So how are you?
Never mind me. I'm okay. What about you?
Oh, you know, putting a brave face on for me mum and dad. I thought I was doing okay. Once I heard the police had arrested that Luke Musgrove again, I thought that'd be it. They'd charge him and it'd go to court and it'd all be horrible, but at least they'd know who'd done it. And then they'd send him off to jail and that'd be it. It'd be over.
And then the police let him go instead.
I know, now I've got to face up to living next door but one to him.
He's next door to me. I mean, how could he let him go? It must have been him.
I obviously don't think so. I mean, perhaps it wasn't even him after all. Whoever did it could still be out there now, Jane, watching me, waiting to get at me anytime he feels like it. It's horrible. Your mind starts running wild, you start thinking all kinds. I mean, he might even want to kill me in case I identify him. It's a nightmare.
Oh, now, come on, Nick. These things only happen in films. You can't live the rest of your life like this. Terrified before you go round every corner. Don't you think you should see someone else to talk to properly?
I don't want to see the counsellor.
Why not? It'll help. Why didn't you see someone at the uni? They must have a counselling service.
Oh, great. That's something for me to look forward to, isn't it? Having to go over everything again with another total stranger.
Yeah, well, if I was in your shoes, I'd be grabbing at every chance of help I could get.
Hi, Sid.
Hi, Jack.
You all right?
Yeah, just posted off my footy coupon, you know.
All right, so best of luck.
Right. Well, see you later.
Sinbad, I don't know whether I should be getting involved in this, but I was talking to that Mrs. Musgrove before.
Oh, she's doing the rounds of the neighbours. Is she trying to get a bit of sympathy?
No, she wasn't trying anything. She was just dead obsessed.
Suppose she called me for everything, did she?
No, she didn't, actually.
So, now you're going to try and persuade me to let them stay, are you?
It's none of my business, I know, but I've been thinking, you know, what she must feel like and what she must be going through. The last thing she needs is to end up with no home again. I mean, it's a destroyer this time, love, and a family.
I know.
Well, why can't you just let them stay for a bit, eh?
Because I don't want to.
Well, just until they sort something out for themselves.
She's really got you wrapped around the little finger, hasn't she? Got you to do her dirty work.
No, I just know how hard it is being a mother. Trying to hold your family together when they're into all kinds. Don't make it harder for us, Sin. Just think about it.
Yeah. I'll do it off, Jack. I'm going to be late for work.
I can't believe you let her move in.
It's only for a day or so.
Yeah, I believe that when I see it.
It's your fault she's here.
Look, I never wanted her in mine in the first place. That'll be Auntie then. I bet she's looking forward to finding out what's going on.
Say nothing, you, do you hear? I want her in the right mood before I tell her.
I'd put your body armour on if I were you. Dad, get rid of Bev sooner, not later. See you later.
Hello, Michael. Bye.
Hiya, love.
Hi. What a morning.
You've not been in the Legion all this time, have you?
I certainly have, with my sleeves rolled up and a mop and bucket on the go.
How come?
They had a block sink in the ladies, and there was water everywhere. I couldn't leave Mrs. Collins to mop up on her own.
No, of course you couldn't. Look, love.
That soup smells lovely. Is there enough for me?
Yeah, there's loads in the pan there. There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
As long as it's not blocked U-bends.
Not exactly.
Oh, it's so nice not working in a proper office. It's great being able to have a cosy lunch together, just the two of us.
Well, yeah. And no.
Hiya. Hey, I feel much better after that bath. Your bathroom is much warmer than Mike's. You haven't pigged all the soup, have you? What's going on?
I've been trying to explain since you came in.
I hope you two aren't whispering about me.
No, I'm just explaining why you're here.
Oh, it's great, isn't it? Ron's turned out to be my saviour. There was I, thinking I was returning to a life in Cardboard City, and up steps me knight in shining armour again.
And what exactly does that mean?
Well, what it means is that out of the goodness of his heart, Ron's let me move in with him. Seeing him in.
I can explain.
What does she mean she's moved in with you?
She had nowhere to go, love. She's had a fallout with our Michael, and he's asked her to move on. Look, she won't be here long, I promise you, and she's only kipping on the couch. I hope you weren't thinking we were up to any shenanigans.
I think you better answer that while I finish my soup.
Actually, it's very nice, you know. It's one of Bev's homemade veggie specials. Hello, great grannies. How can I help you?
See you later, Gina. Don't want to hang around, I'll see you. Yeah, of course.
What do you think you're doing looking at me sister, like? What? So you just had my girlfriend up and down in Iron, lining her up to juggle at some party. Just getting inside. Stay out of this shoot.
Jason, come here, will ya?
All I was doing was walking into my own house.
Well, that house shouldn't be left standing. I should have firebombed you out before now. Why don't you just let us get on with our lives? Like the busies have. No way. You should be out the game for good, then.
I told you not to make things worse for you, Nicky.
What's going on?
I just want to come inside. That Shadwick nutter. He wants to have a pop at our Luke.
Did he touch you, love?
He wouldn't be standing if he had.
Hey, son, you want to fight someone, you come and fight me.
What's all this?
Oh, Jason's going off his head.
Come on, inside. Come on, love.
He's the scum that needs ripping apart, not you! Back off, you!
Jason, leave it!
You, get inside! Get home, you, now! You ain't me sister! What am I supposed to do? Stand around and do nothing? How do you think I feel? She's my daughter, but this isn't helping, is it? Now leave it!
Inside, no! Go on!
I love you, Moscow! I'm telling you, I love you!
On 4 Next, the family ties are much more amicable in Friends.
Morning, love. Morning. It's getting to be a bit of a habit with Kylie, isn't it? You had her getting in with you again in the night. Couldn't she sleep?
She was crying. She wanted to know if she's ever going to see Peter again.
Wow. Bound to obsess her, isn't it?
I just feel so guilty, Mum. Anytime there's some kind of stability in her life, I mess it all up.
Hey, none of this is your fault.
Maybe if I'd been straight with Peter from the start, none of this would have happened.
Listen, whatever Peter got up to with that Frankie effort is all down to him. You can't stop blaming yourself. He's messed it all up.
Yeah, this time.
Oh, love. You'd started to sound so positive. Look, love, he's gone. You've got to concentrate on getting yourself through it. And Kylie as well.
She must be used to it by now. With Gary, Mike, Peter, Barry. What kind of a mother am I?
One who loves her daughter more than anything else in the world. Kids aren't soft, you know. She knows whoever you've been with. No matter how strongly you've felt for them, it doesn't come near your love for her.
Do you reckon?
I'm positive. Now go on. Go and get ready for your meeting. Hey, your dad's promised Kylie he'll take her to school. She's really made up, you know, when Grandad, the teacher, drops her off at school.
I know.
That's better. Put on a brave face till now, haven't you? But if ever you want a good cry, you just come and see your mum.
I'm never going back to that school, ever.
Well, you've got to. You know how much I paid for you to go to that school?
I don't care. It's your own fault for making me friends hate me.
I thought if she had the afternoon off, she'd be okay. Now it looks like I'm gonna have to make her go back.
Well, you can't force her, you know.
What else can I do, Sin?
We'll go in and see the headmistress. She might let us swap classes or something.
Do you reckon?
Well, it's worth a try. But you're gonna have to think of a good reason. Because you don't want to have to tell her that all this is because Gemma caught you with a mate's man.
Hi! Morning. You don't mind having the meeting here, do you? I'm expecting Greg any minute to fix the plumbing.
Oh, no, not at all. Is Lindsay?
No. But she'll be here soon.
I'm not so sure, you know. Peter phoned me last night. He told me that they'd split up.
Lindsay and Peter?
Yeah, and he reckons he's gone for good. He called me to say he wanted to sell his half of the salon.
Well, what caused all this?
Well, what else? Another woman.
Oh. Anybody any idea who?
Well, he didn't say. But Casey reckons it's been going on for a while. With his best man's girlfriend. Apparently she was all over him at the wedding.
So what's happening with their investment in the club?
You tell me.
Don't know you've got the nerve to still show your face round here.
Just ignore him.
As far as I'm concerned, you should be behind bars.
I've told you, I've done nothing so you can pack it in.
Oh, and what are you going to do?
Leave him alone. We've as much right as you have to be here.
Rights? What about my daughter's rights? She's got to put up with having you next door because Simba hasn't got the decency to throw yous out.
Look, I feel sorry for Nicky as well. But what about me? Imagine what it's like accused of being a rapist.
Calm down, will you? Don't you think you're in enough trouble already?
I know, but I'm being victimised for something I didn't do. Something I couldn't do. This is a nightmare. And what if Sinbad doesn't change his mind?
He will. Like, get yourself off to that car wash or you'll be losing your job there as well.
Bev! Will you put some clothes on while you're doing that?
Why should I? You embarrassed or something?
It's not right you parading round in front of me half-dressed.
Oh, would you rather I be totally undressed?
You know what I mean?
Don't worry, I'm not going to jump on you. Not unless you want me to.
Oh, give it a rest, will you? And hey, any chance of you moving this lot after you?
I don't want to be late for my appointment with solicitors. I'll do it in a bit.
5 minutes you've been here and the place is a tip already.
I will tidy up, honest, Ron. You having any regrets about letting me stay?
No, but I just don't want your stuff left around all over the place. Anthea'll be here later.
She's not happy about me moving in, is she?
She doesn't mind. She knows it's only to help you get Josh back. Now, can you put some clothes on, please?
All right, all
There's
right.
Anthea now. Will you get dressed? I don't want to see you like that.
Why?
Hiya, love. Didn't think you'd be here till later on.
No. I thought I'd make an early start.
I am. Just ironing my dress. Want to look smart when I see the solicitor this savvy.
Jackie's here already.
Hiya. Hiya. All right. You've heard then?
Peter phoned to say that he wanted to sell his share of the salon.
He's not wasting any time, is he? Well, at least he's got the message. I told him I didn't want him crawling back trying to apologise.
Well, he seemed pretty certain that it was all over between you. That's why he wanted to let me know as soon as he could.
More like he wanted to tell you his version of it all first.
Lindsay, he didn't go into any details, just that you'd split up and that someone else was involved.
Oh, I found them involved, all right. Him and that slut Frankie.
Oh, Lindsay.
Oh, it's all right. If he wants some airhead bimbo, that's up to him, but I'm not letting it hold me back. Look, as far as I'm concerned, nothing has changed. I've still got the franchise to the salon in the new Millennium Club, and I'm going to make it a success. There's no way I'm going back to working in a chippy just because Peter can't keep his hands to himself.
I'm just about to shut your water off, so if you want to run off what you need for the next hour or so.
I'll be all right.
OK.
Right. Let's get down to business then.
Right. Wish me luck.
There won't be any need. All this court stuff won't affect things with Josh.
Yeah, you're probably right. See you later.
Ta-ra.
She loves rubbing my nose in it, doesn't she?
She doesn't mean any harm, love.
She knows I can't stand her being in this flat with you.
You don't really think there's anything going on between us, do you? Because everything between me and Bev is in the past, I swear. And once she gets the little fella back, she'll be on her way.
And how long will that take? Because she doesn't look in much of a hurry to move on. In fact, she looks very comfortable here.
You're getting this all wrong, you know, love. She wants Josh back as soon as she can, and as soon as she gets him, they'll both be off. Honestly.
Please, take a seat, Mr. Johnson.
Thanks for seeing me at such short notice.
You wanted to speak to me concerning problems that Gemma's experiencing. I believe she doesn't want to come to school.
Yeah, that's right. She's fallen out with her friends.
Oh, dear.
She had settled in really well, made loads of friends. But recently...
Well, pupils falling out with each other is hardly a rare occurrence, as you can imagine. But refusing to attend classes because of it is. Do you think perhaps there could be more to it than just a simple disagreement between school friends?
That's what I thought we should talk about.
There's a lot to do, you know, setting up a salon. Opening the style house was really hard work.
You managed OK, though?
Yeah, but I took over an existing salon. And I had expert help. Peter?
Yeah, well, the salon will open up as planned. And I'll make sure I find someone to take Peter's place as stylist and help me run it.
But I thought Peter put up the money for your stake.
No. The money was all mine.
Oh. Oh, right. Oh, well, now there's just the three of us.
Yep, and we've all got something to prove, so let's make sure we succeed, eh? Right, I'll see myself out.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, let's see if she can keep all her promises.
No, well, she's certainly very determined, and I know exactly how she feels. Since Max went, all I've wanted to do is to prove that I can manage without him.
Yeah, well, I just hope that she isn't too determined. For this to be a success, we'll all need to be able to work together. Well, she's obviously still very angry. But as soon as she starts dealing with it, I'm sure everything will be okay.
We'll see.
What I don't understand is where she's been getting all this money from. As far as I was concerned, the money came from Peter. I mean, how did she afford it?
It's probably better that you don't know, honestly.
Right, I better go. See you later. Bye. See ya.
Right, your water's back on now. Everything seems to be working fine.
Oh, thanks.
So we're all ready for the arrival?
Yes, I think I've got everything I need. Apart from the pram, I need to collect it. They don't deliver, apparently.
What, you've got to struggle all the way home with it on your own?
Oh, I can manage. How's Nikki faring?
No, not too bad. She'd be a lot better if that Musgrove was locked up.
Oh, I know. It must be awful for you. Well, I suppose Katrina will be home soon with Harry.
She'll be able to give you a hand with the pram, won't she?
Well, I'd rather she stayed here with Harry.
Where are you getting it from?
The Tarbuck Centre, near the big new shopping complex.
What, you've got to drive all that way on your own?
Oh, I'll be fine. Anyway, I've got no choice. This is my last chance to get it.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you a lift in the van.
Oh, well, I couldn't ask you to go to all that trouble.
That's no trouble, honestly.
Well, if you're sure you don't mind taking me, it would be a great help.
No problem. 3:30, OK?
Perfect. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. See you later.
I still don't understand why Gemma is so adamant that she won't attend her classes. Well, perhaps she's experiencing some other problems.
Maybe a change of class would help.
No, there's no guarantee that changing class would remedy the situation. I think perhaps we should get in touch with Annabella's parents. Ask them to come in for a chat. See if we can't find out why exactly the girls fell out.
I'd rather you didn't.
Can I ask why?
Annabella's mother, Mrs. Fairley. Well, her and I have got quite friendly just lately. In fact, I'd say it was more than friendly.
Oh, I see.
Unfortunately, the girls found out and, well, it was quite upsetting for them. Anyway, we've ended the friendship. But I'm sure you can appreciate what a delicate matter this is.
Yes, quite. Well, this does put a new complexion on things. To be honest with you, Mr. Johnson, I don't see what I can do other than bring the girls in to speak to them about the situation. Meanwhile, the best thing for Gemma is to come back to school. We don't want her falling behind. Look, I'll have a discreet word with her teachers. Ask them to keep an eye on things. Make sure she's okay.
You won't tell them why, will you?
Oh, no. Just that Gemma's having a few problems.
Thanks, Mrs. Tompkinson.
Let's just get Gemma back to school. We don't want her education to suffer because of this. Perhaps you could reassure her that we will do everything we can to smooth things over.
I really appreciate your, help, Mrs. Tompkinson. I've been really worried about her,
Yes, I'm sure you have, Mr. Johnson. I'm sure you have.
Send someone round for you tomorrow morning. Thank you very much. Bye now. Sounds promising.
Right, I've finished. I've calculated everyone's hours and done all the pay slips, so you better check them over.
Ah, thanks, love. Hiya. How did it go at the solicitors?
Well, you reckons I might go down this time?
Oh, behave. They're hardly going to throw you in jail for nicking a bit of kid's clobber.
Well, that's what I thought, but he reckons the judge might want to make an example out of me. I mean, what about Josh? Will it affect me getting him back?
Well, the social worker didn't think so.
Yeah, but that's just her opinion, isn't it? And what if she's wrong?
That's all we need.
She's probably overreacting just to get some attention.
I hope you're right.
Why don't you come over to ours for your tea? Leave it to her.
I'd love to, but I've got to get these VAT returns done. They have to be in by the 27th.
OK. Well, make sure you have something proper to eat.
Yeah, I'll go to Chippy.
I was going to do a veggie chilli tonight. I thought it was a bit of cooking and keep my mind off things.
No, you're all right, honestly. There's no need.
Oh, it's no trouble. I'll do it just how he likes it. Hot and spicy.
You told the headmistress about you and Annabella's mum?
Not everything, but I had to tell her something. She wants to know why you're not in school.
Why are you trying to ruin my life? First all my friends go against me, now all the teachers know what you did.
Mrs. Tompkinson won't tell anyone.
But she knows now.
All she cares about is you going back to school.
How can I now? You've spoilt everything.
If Annabella doesn't want to be your friend anymore, then she couldn't have been a good friend to start off with. I mean, mates are supposed to stick together. Look, I'm really sorry for what's happened. But don't let it stop you going to school. Not now that you're doing so well there and enjoying it so much.
That was before all this, though.
Please, try and forget about it. I know I was wrong, but don't ruin all your chances because of it. You'll find other friends. Gemma, please, for my sake, at least go back to school and give her another go, eh?
And make sure you hang your uniform up, Kylie.
All right, see you later.
Try. What's up, Mum?
Oh, that was your dad ringing up all excited because we've been invited to tea by that Karen one on Friday.
The head of department?
Yes, the way he's acting, you think we've been invited by the Queen?
And don't you want to go?
Well, I don't know them, do I? I won't know what to talk about. You know, she's probably dead clever and her fella, I mean, a partner, he probably is too.
Oh, just be yourself, Mum. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. Anyway, never mind me. How was your meeting this morning? How did it go?
All right. Oh, I had to convince them that I could handle setting everything up without Peter.
Do you think you can?
Yeah, definitely. I've told them I'll find a stylist to replace him.
What if Frankie gets fed up with Peter and then dumps him and he comes back for what's this?
Well, why would he come back? I mean, Jackie's telling me he's selling his share of the salon. The house is mine. I mean, that goes without saying. Me and Kylie need a place to live.
You sure you're going to be happy in that place, love? I mean, it was supposed to be your first home together.
But it wasn't, was it? It's mine and Kylie's now. I mean, we've got you right here. The business is close by. We'll be happy, Mum. I'll make sure of it.
Good. Because you deserve all the happiness you can get. Come here.
We used the same pram for all our three. It was nearly falling to bits by the time our Emily was growing out of it.
Well, I need a pram that can sit both Harry and the new baby in.
What's up?
I think there was a contraction.
You okay?
I don't know. If it's anything like when Matthew was born, I think I'm going into labour.
But you can't, not now.
Hiya, how are you feeling?
Just when you think things can't get any worse, they do.
Oh, what's happened now?
My company's just announced that we're definitely being taken over. We're all going to have to be interviewed for our own jobs.
Well, how long have you been there?
20 years. Just after they dropped that on me, they expect me to work my way through this lot. It's the bump from some new computer system. Sure, I can report back to them exactly what I think without even opening it. The way we've done things for years works perfectly well, so why change it?
Listen, if you've worked there all those years, they're hardly going to want to get shut of you, are they?
Who knows? Anyway, my priorities right now are supporting Luke and keeping a roof over our heads. Families, eh?
Excuse me. No, must have been a bit scary going to visit the head, eh?
I'd never been so embarrassed in all my life. I mean, she was okay, like, but I could see the look of disapproval on her face, you know what I mean?
Think Gemma will go back to school now?
Well, she said she'll give it a go.
Oh, Daddy.
I've all blown over by now.
Oh,
yeah, I hope so.
Sinbad's in? Yeah, Sinbad, it's for you.
What happened, Jack? You all right?
Yeah, I just wanted a quick word about the Musgroves.
Come on, James, help me make some pizzas, eh? I'll tell you what, you can pick the toppings.
You, haven't come to give me another lecture, have you?
No, I just wanted to ask you to think hard, you know, before you turn them out on the streets. I mean, I know they haven't exactly made a good impression since they moved in, but they're not a bad family, Sin, and they've had a hard time, you know.
Could have made a worse start if they'd tried. Half the close wants them chased already, and they've only been here 5 minutes.
All the more reason to give them a chance. It can hardly get any worse, can it? And once people get to know them, you know, I'm sure it'll all blow over.
What if it turns out that their lad did rape Nicky? I mean, how do you think I'm going to feel then? It was me who let them move in round here in the first place.
No one knows who did it. He's a decent lad, you know. I mean, OK, he's a bit hot-headed, maybe, but certainly not the type to do that kind of thing. Please, love, just give them a chance. Neve's in a terrible state, you know.
So it's Neve now, is it? It was Mrs. Musgrove last time I spoke to you.
I just feel for her, Sin. I mean, she's just told me now, you know, she thinks the job's on the line. I mean, all she wants to do is look after her family. And she's terrified you're about to make them homeless. There's enough broken homes round here as it is.
Come on, what is it, Jack? There's more to this, isn't there?
Well, you're bound to find out sooner or later. I may as well be the one to tell you. Our Lindsay and Peter have split up.
You are?
Yeah, she found him carrying on with someone else.
Not with that one from the wedding.
Yeah, Frankie.
So how's she taking it?
Well, she's putting on a brave face, but he's really is a sin.
Peter, eh? Who would have thought?
Yeah. Right, I'll get to work. Will you ever think about the Musgroves?
Yeah, all right, Jack, I will.
Ta.
Was Jackie on at you about the Musgroves, sir?
Yeah, she's sticking up for them even if no one else will.
Yeah, well, I was grateful for the few people that supported me last year. It still doesn't mean that I'll be supporting them, though. I reckon that Luke one's guilty. I don't want someone who raped a helpless young girl anywhere near me or my family. So the quicker you get them out, the better.
Yes, he's about to happen any minute. Can you send an ambulance as soon as possible? Tell him to get here as quick as they can. Thanks. Ambulance is on its way.
I don't think I can hold on.
You'll have to. Just take deep breaths. You're going to be all right. Just don't panic.
You must have seen who lives with your three.
No, I wasn't there for any of their birds.
That's terrible.
I'm a bit squeamish when it comes to hospitals. Operations, anything like that makes me sick.
These contractions are really close together now. I don't think I can wait. I think you might have to deliver the baby.
Yeah, I'd like that to go into your situations vacant section, please, of your next issue. Yeah, full size, thanks. Bye.
This should be done in a bit.
I told you, Bev, I'm not that hungry.
I'll tell you what, I'll go and get that bottle of wine now. Couple of glasses, you'll soon get your appetite. God, you nearly give me a heart attack then. What are you doing?
I was just about to knock.
All right, love. Come in.
I'll be back in a minute.
I thought I'd bring you around something for your tea. Nice shepherd's pie. It's out the freezer, but I made it myself. Just heat it up.
You came round here to check up on us, didn't you?
I'm sorry, but you can't blame me. The two of you living together, all cosy. They're cooking for you, sharing bottles of wine.
I told you, love, there's nothing going on. And as far as I'm concerned, from now on, it's shepherd's pie for me. She can keep all her spicy veggie chilli. Only gives me heartburn anyway.
I just wish he was out the way and we were together. I know that we could be really happy.
And we will be, love. I don't know, what have I got to do to put your mind at ease?
Nothing. I'll be fine. I just worry, that's all.
Yeah, I know. And maybe it's time for me to show you how much I really do care.
What do you mean?
Well, I think we should stop all this pussyfooting around and set the date for the wedding, don't you?
Do you really mean it?
I do. You are going to be Mrs. Dixon just as soon as I can get the whole thing arranged.
Oh, Ron.
You'll be all right now. You're in safe hands. I'll let Katrina know what's happening.
Thanks.
OK, you getting in, mate? Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here with me.
Four's looking back at the early prototypes for today's passenger planes next in Classic Aircraft.